ladies and gentlemen, to this week's special episode of Requiem of Mysteries, and to which it's special because we have a special guest. We have the one and only Ginger Wolf. Welcome to you.
Hello.
And I believe that you have a subject for us to talk about this week.
Yes, I do. I just realized that my glasses are glaring my computer screen. Sorry,
that's all right.
blooper reel.
It's all good.
Keep it
so keep it in. Why not? So on the topic of creepy stories and everything that Requiem of Mysteries, I got it right this time. Yay! Recommend. Yep, there we go. I fucked it up.
Brave fart number one.
Is, whee! And it's by me. It's about creepy stories and urban legends and just things that go bump in the night. Texas has several creepy and urban legend stories. One of which is just south of San Antonio, in fact.
Okay.
There is a road called Old Applewhite Road, and on that road is a bridge.
Okay.
And a lot of stories have come up around this bridge.
Okay.
And the main one that we'll be talking about today is the legend of the Donkey Lady.
Okay. Yeah. Now straight away, straight away from the name.
We're talking about an ass. Is this like a centaur? Is it like a centaur?
Now, don't say that stuff on the bridge. And every time you go there, you will hear the locals say, "Don't stay past midnight," because that's when the creepy shit happens.
Okay. I mean, the name alone.
Said,
I'm just.
Yeah, it's. The name alone is when I was approached to join and to do this segment with you guys, I started Googling and I could do the Chupacabra, all these other urban legends and stuff like that, but Donkey Lady stuck out to me, so I was just like, let's fucking do it.
Yes.
But there's a lot of stories that it originates from either the 1800s or the 1950s. No one really knows when this story or when this event actually happened.
Okay.
So the first story, and they're all tragic stories, but the first story that I found that was on the San Antonio Ghost, I think it's called the Ghost Tours website. We'll post it somewhere. Do the little roundabout. The first one is a woman, her husband, and their two children were living happily on their farm. They were living in bliss. However, it didn't always stay that way, because one day the husband just snaps and walks into his children's room and murders both of his children, and so that they didn't have to endure what him and his wife were about to endure, which was seconds later after he barred the doors, the exits, all of them, for preventing them from escaping. He set the house ablaze.
Wow.
He set it on fire.
Holy shit. I was about to say, it sounds like The Shining, but as soon as you said they set the house afire, I'm like, oh, okay, that just got turned up to 11. Oh, shit.
Yeah,
maybe 1100.
He set. Yeah, it's a very, very intense story. In fact, as I was reading it, I actually started getting really emotional, because this first part, he murders his children so that they didn't have to endure being burned alive. Soon after, the husband succumbs to the injuries and succumbs to the blaze. However, the woman, the Donkey Lady, does not. Even though she was disfigured, her face was melted to the point where it was elongated like a donkey's. Her hands and feet were melted together to look like hooves. Henceforth,
I
the donkey
I
lady.
did wonder where the name came into it, but yeah, that's
Yeah.
We actually we know a bit about fucking accidents and disfigurement with when we talked about the Green Man on your video, Phoenix, because just yikes. Yeah, go on, you were saying, sorry.
Yeah. No, you're good. But somehow, some way, she was able to escape and ran into the nearby river. I always struggle with pronouncing the river's name, so we'll post it somewhere.
Give it a go.
But,
Go on, give it a go.
It is the Medina, something like that, river.
Okay.
It's in San Antonio. This bridge, the river runs just under this bridge.
Okay.
But she runs into this river, never to be heard from again.
That reminds me of whenever I was trying to pronounce the first interstellar object, the Oumuamua.
Honestly, it's probably the easiest name, but I struggle with pronunciation all the time. So we'll just post it somewhere so everyone else can.
Yeah, it'll be posted somewhere. It'll be it's all good.
But it is said with this story that she is haunting the bridge in search of her husband to enact revenge on not only the massacre of her children, but the slight that was
Well, her being set on fire.
Brain fart counter 2!
Yeah, number 2. There we go. Excellent.
Don't fight me.
Nice. We'll get like a tally on the go here or something.
Yeah, put a tally up for me because I'm gonna have like 1 million of them. I'm curious to know how many I get. But there's like 3 different stories there's like 3 different variants to this story.
Okay.
The second variant of this is the same. A woman, her husband, her 2 children, they're all living happily. However, a stranger happens upon their farm, and he is said to be aggravating the animals, and one of the animals in particular, a donkey or a horse, no one really knows which, is aggravated to the point where he wheels around to bite the stranger. Well, the stranger did not like this. So he goes on to beat the animal, brutalize it basically.
Yeah.
And the woman and her husband, the farmer, did not appreciate this, so they run out to save their animal by throwing rocks at the stranger to get him to leave.
Yeah, no fair play.
Well, the stranger did not like this. So he returns in the dead of night with a mob behind him.
Oh, wow.
And they not only set the house ablaze, but in the commotion of everything, the husband runs out to try to protect his wife and children. He is murdered in the attempt. The children succumb to the flame, the fire of the house, and the woman was able to escape, henceforth running into the river.
Yeah.
Now, the last version is not a version I particularly like or think is true, because the other 2 just have so much backstory behind them that they sound more legit than this last one. But the last version is a woman who was a prostitute.
Okay.
She was selling herself.
Yeah.
Was traveling across this.
Why do these stories always involve that? Like, there's always a story involving prostitutes. They had to have been made by a millennial.
Your guess, Phoenix, is as good as mine. I have no idea. I wish I knew. But some say she was a prostitute. Some say she was a woman who was already disfigured from a previous fire. No one knows. Right. But it's said that she was crossing the bridge, and either she was knocked off by a traveling coach, she was pushed off, or her donkey just simply slipped off of the bridge. No one really knows what happened, but
was she
somehow,
riding the
some way, Some say she was riding it. Some say she was walking beside it. So there's so many different variants to the story. Like, I had to pick 3, but there was like 20.
Oh, blimey! Okay.
Like we could do like a part. We could potentially do like a part 2, but we're not going to. But because the other story, like these are the most interesting of the stories that I found of the donkey lady.
Yeah.
But basically her and her donkey end up in the river, and as she's trying to pull the donkey out of the river, she gets swept up in the current and then goes underwater, never to be seen again. Shortly after, her donkey joins her. Okay. And it is said that in this version, her soul and the donkey's soul meld into one.
Yeah, okay. I think somebody spent too much time on Reddit.
Right?
I think somebody did a little too much of the magic mushrooms, I think, before they came up with that story.
Yikes.
Right? Like, that's why this one, I didn't really... That's why in the beginning, I was like, I don't think this one is true. But it is said that the donkey lady, her soul and the donkey soul meld.
If I was to pick one, I think the second one.
Yeah.
Probably
the stranger. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, the first one. Don't get me wrong. I mean, the first one sounds semi-plausible purely because of the whole. And I actually got it wrong. It wasn't The Shining. It was the House of the Haunting or the House on Haunted Hill. One of the two. Basically, there was a guy who killed his family. He literally went room to room and just with a shotgun and just dealt with every single one, kids, wife, the whole lot. And when he got when he got arrested, he basically tried to claim that he was possessed, and that was the whole story behind this house and this specific house where all these people were brutally
Sounds similar to the Elizabeth Short story.
Yeah, there have been a couple of films done about it. I know.
One. That's Black Dahlia. Sorry, that was Black Dahlia.
Okay.
Trying to remember the one. There's one house where this lady went completely batshit, killed her father and her stepmother, and I'm not sure if there was other members of her family involved in this, but
it sounds like
everybody.
It sounds like Lizzie Borden going out with her axe.
That's what it was.
Lizzie Borden. Yeah, I was gonna say, Lizzie Borden gave her mother 40 whacks or whatever it was. But no, this other one, there was a film done about it with the more modern version I know of is the one. It was with Ryan Reynolds, and it was actually pretty good. Weird seeing Ryan Reynolds in a horror role, but yeah, it was actually really good, like really, really good. So the whole
Ryan Reynolds in a horror movie is wild to me.
I know, right?
Sorry.
Sorry. But yeah, so the whole thing of him like killing his kids and then burning the house down, like there'd have to be some sort of demonic reason attached to that, which would amp up the story a bit more. But for plausibility, I would go with the second one, like 100%. Especially with the time period as well. Like somebody gets slighted, like their donkey bit me and they threw stones at me, so we need to go and get them. And yeah, I could imagine the whole mob and pitchfork situation.
It's scary you do that accent better than she does.
God damn. But yeah,
you don't want to hear me when I'm pissed, though. That's when it actually comes out. You can ask possessed.
Yeah, it does.
I get mad, and I'm a true Texan, born and raised.
So what are the what are the sort of creepy stuff has happened around this story? Because I'd imagine, like, with something like that, especially if this thing's on a murder spree for her ex-husband or trying, like, the first thing I'd want to do if I was passing through that area, I'd want to Google what the husband looked like to make sure I looked nothing like him, because I was like,
right.
Okay. That's the first thing taken care of. You know, that would be sod's law. You rock up accidentally passing over this bridge, and all of a sudden Ghost comes out like, meh, all disfigured and starts trying to fucking kill you. Like, what did I do?
Now,
you just happen to look like her fucking evil husband. Like,
is this bridge that will drive over, or is it like
you can actually. You can drive over it. You can bike over it. During the daytime, it's actually a really, really pretty bridge.
Okay.
But it's at night is when all the creepy stuff happens, because people have heard reported hearing screaming, like random screaming. There was this
Okay.
YouTuber that went to the bridge. Actually, him and his partner. The channel's called Ghosted. Y'all can go check them out and watch the video if y'all want. But basically, they had this little like red I forgot what it was called. But basically, it had a long like antenna thing, and if you got close to it, it made like this sound.
Okay.
Well, no one was standing next to it. It was at the middle of the bridge. No one was standing next to it, and it went off.
Okay. Ooh. Sketchy.
And then
You're talking about a hold on.
Yeah, because I was gonna say I think Phoenix might actually have one because he's got some ghost hunting.
If he does,
equipment.
I'm gonna be like, it's that right there.
I've got a feeling. I got a feeling. The.
Yep, that's it. I already saw it. Yep,
there you
that's
go.
it.
Yeah,
Right there.
there you go.
That's it. They had one of those, and they set it in the middle of the bridge, and it just started like going off like crazy.
Oh shit.
Yeah, 100%. That's it.
See, the thing is though with these is I have a hard time believing stuff like that because if you just press a walkie-talkie, right, it'll set this off.
I don't think they had any walkie-talkies on them because they were all relatively like close together.
It's gonna. Sorry, don't mean to do a thing, but I did this with Jason because he didn't believe me. But I have.
Here you go, everybody.
I literally have.
Here we go. We literally have a live action debunking going on in the video right now.
Here we go.
Right, so I'm gonna
So
turn this on now.
here you go. So that people are aware when you watch the ghost hunting channels. Here you go. You see one of these, it might not be. So there you go. Oh yeah. There you go.
No?
There you go.
Maybe they did have a walkie-talkie.
who
I have
knows?
no idea.
See, this
I
is
didn't
why-
see a walkie-talkie, but
Yeah, see, this is why a lot of those stuff, like Ghost Adventures and things, I kind of struggle with a little bit. Like, don't get me wrong, the tech that they produce, like some of it, like the fact they were using Xbox 360, like the motion capture dots to try and to get motion capture, and I love that even more so because it's even being used in Phasmophobia. Like, that's just brilliant. That's ingenious thinking.
I have that stuff for whenever we do our paranormal investigations because I do stuff that I don't film, and that's when I use it for that because that way I know I'm not setting off. But if you're watching a video and everything, you don't know if I have my hand in my pocket or somebody behind me has it. But if I'm there by myself, not recording or nothing, just kind of that's whenever I use stuff like that, and that's actually our friend Jason's.
Oh, fair play.
So yeah, but no, it's a little debunk for you.
Live action debunk.
well, I will admit that I didn't see one. However, like you said, I don't see what's behind the camera and shit like that. So someone could have been pushing a walkie-talkie. But to continue on to this channel, even though it was debunked, they also set up like this little like makeshift like candlelight circle thing. This is where I started getting like a little bit, maybe this isn't like they're not really catching the ghost or the donkey lady or anything like that.
Yeah.
Because they also had, but then this is where I also started questioning myself because they had a spirit box like app on their phone. This is what another reason that I was like,
those are fake. Those are fake as fuck.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's why I was like, they might not catch anything because things are always going to try to push like the app's probably going to push like noises and stuff like that through.
Yeah.
But then again, what came out of it was kind of creepy because you hear like clearly a woman's voice. You hear, "My throat hurt in the end."
Okay.
Remember, she was burned and she ended up in the river. So she could have drowned.
Yeah, I mean, if she'd been on fire,
So,
or as you say, her face like melted and shit, the minute you come into contact with, here's a medical fact for you: don't ever plunge your hand straight under cold water or plunge yourself full body under cold water because the instant shock of your body hitting a different temperature will kill you.
yeah.
So,
And
yeah.
so with that being said, that's why it was like, I'm still skeptical, but at the same time, it's like, maybe? I don't know.
Maybe, little bit. No, fair play.
But
That's
the
where these
reason
local
that-
legends get entertaining, though, is because it's like it leaves it to the imagination.
Yeah, it does. But another thing that really drove to like this bridge is really haunted is there was a dog with them, and it stayed with. They did not know this dog. This was not their dog, and it appeared out of nowhere, like out of the woods, and it just like kept going off. Like, I don't know if y'all have ever heard like a dog like howling or barking or yelling in terror.
Not in terror.
That was what this dog was.
Ooh.
Well, you will tell that this dog was actually fucking terrified.
Yeah.
Because it was sitting there wailing in terror and trying to get these people, like, it would walk a little bit forward, but then walk back because it didn't want to go on the bridge. And then it would disappear for a little bit.
Animals always know, man.
And yeah.
They always know.
So it was just kind of like this weird thing of like, maybe this is fact, or maybe their like ghost hunting equipment and stuff like that is kind of accurate, but at the same time, like, that dog sold it for me. Like, I always trust my animals when they start barking and like trying to warn me that something's going on. I trust them. So hearing that dog like bark and wail and trying to, like, the second they got off the bridge and was like going back to their car, the dog calmed down. It was just like, it was.
Yeah, see, animals.
Yeah,
know. Animals always know.
Me.
Is this another brain fart?
No, not another. No. I'm just sending this to Possessed, and then he can send it to you.
Yep, and then I will post it up here so everyone else can have a look as well. But yeah, that's fucking crazy.
I will let everyone know, like, don't take everything that they're doing in this video into context, because a lot of it is just probably them trying to get views. Yeah. But there's some aspects of it that just like,
that's what most paranormal channels are out to do.
Yeah. But like, there's some aspects of it that just like, take it with a pinch of salt. But there's some aspects that are just like, that's a little sketchy, like the dog barking and wailing and sounding like it's in pain and like terrified.
Yeah, that's a bit nuts.
Very, like,
yes.
I watched the entire video. I was fine. That moment that dog started barking and wailing, I started getting goosebumps. Yeah. So.
So there we are, ladies and gentlemen. A local Texas legend for you. So if you know, what was the name of the bridge again?
It's called the Donkey Lady Bridge.
The Donkey Lady Bridge, because she's not going to attempt to try and pronounce it again.
No, it's.
Oh, that is actually.
It's literally called the Donkey Lady Bridge.
Okay. Well, be careful if you're passing through that way, because you never know. You might end up accidentally looking like this woman's ex-husband and run. just run.
If you do, make sure you record it and send it to us. I'd love to see it.
Yeah. If you do, record us and send it, because we'll post it. And who knows? You could be.
Just once you do, just make sure you run.
Yeah. That's priority.
Oh, yeah.
Just run. And on that note, ladies and gents,
if you hear the screaming, run.
We shall see you in the next one.